morning, my little peaches. The time is 7:07 on this Friday.
Finally Friday.
We made it to the end of the week. It's been touch and go because it's been crazy up in here.
Wow.
Woo. Good morning, Dollar
week.
Bill.
Good morning, Therese. How are you?
I'm good. Guess what today is?
Friday.
It is.
It's not the 13th.
Nope.
What?
It's hubby's 55th birthday.
No way. He's
Yes.
double nickels.
Double nickels. Happy birthday to
55.
the hubby. His name is Jeff, but I call him
Hubby.
Hot Hunky Hubby. You know, my
Hubby.
hunk of burning love. You know, all that good stuff.
So Jeffrey's 55.
Yes.
Wow. I think I remember when I turned 55.
I
It
turned
was almost
55
20 years ago for me.
2 years and 4 months ago.
You robbed the cradle.
Little bit. Yes.
55's good. I thought I was old at 55. You know, you always feel like you're old when you hit 40 or when you hit 50 or 55. But boy, let me tell you, then when you go on past it, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So enjoy.
Just happy to be here at that point. Yes.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, good.
So,
Happy birthday, Jeff.
yep. We're gonna do trivia tonight. That's what we do. You know,
Friday night. That's
Friday
right. Y'all
night
go
trivia.
to trivia up in Siluria.
Yep.
Siluria.
Hopefully we won't come in third this time. Yeah, we didn't do so good last week.
Learn to listen to you.
I hope so. And of course, but then they have listened to me and I've been wrong. So it kind of goes both ways.
It kind of washes out.
But if I tell you I'm positive, at least give it a little more thought.
Yeah. Don't just dismiss
Don't just
it.
don't. But of course, at one time I said, "Oh, I think this is so and so," and Jeff's like, "Are you sure?" Because something else is in my head. Is it something blues or something blues?
Did you self-doubt yourself then and go?
I did,
Yeah.
and then he said, "Is it like Climax?" I went, "Climax Blues Band." Yes, that's who it is. And I was like, "No, it's Climax Blues Band." And then I knew I was right then because I remembered it.
Yeah, there you
I remembered
go.
they had
And
a
they didn't
unique
go with that?
sound. They did.
Oh,
They did go
okay,
with that
good.
one because
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it wasn't me. It was Hubby. Hubby pulled that one out. He'll do that sometimes. He might not get all of it, but he'll get enough that the rest of us can like go, yeah, it's so and so. Yeah.
I learned something that I thought I would have known. You remember Billy Preston?
Yeah.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
yeah.
And will it go around in circles? Did you know he was considered by the Beatles to be the fifth Beatle?
Yes, I did know that. I read that story.
He wrote, "You Are So Beautiful" to me that Joe Cocker had
Cocker,
such a... I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And, he died tragically young, drugs and problems. He also was struggling with his sexuality and all that stuff. And he was being a African-American from a very strict church background. He had a bad last third of his life, but I didn't know any of that.
I did know that.
They've got a documentary coming out on Billy Preston, so I want to see it.
Yeah.
I hope it goes on like Netflix.
I did
or
see
something.
that. I was doing a music trivia history thing, and it actually
Talked about that.
Yeah, and I didn't know it until I read that.
And see, I was a huge Beatles fan, and he was devastated by his mother's death and the death of John Lennon. That really set him off.
Yeah, but I did know that. You're like, what? Billy Preston, a fifth Beatle? But yes, I did know that.
He did all
heard
that a lot of that fancy keyboard work in some of the later Beatles stuff. You know. It's amazing.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Abigail. Good morning, Steve. Are you leaving the beach now, or are you going to stay for the day? He's been sending me photo updates of where they go eat and stuff and making me extremely jealous.
Who's doing that?
Steve, guy I went to high school with, Steve Corrington.
Steve, stop it. It's
Him and his fiance are down in Destin enjoying
his
life.
fiance.
Yeah, his fiance. He said, "Yeah, I got her to marry. I'm going to get her to marry me."
Well, good for him.
He said, "I've known her longer than I've known you," and they've got quite the little love story, which I think is
That's
pretty neat.
Yeah, that's
I like
cool.
it. I think it's good. Good morning, Mike. Thank you very much. Mike had a little gift for me when I got here this morning.
Did
he
he?
brought me some more of this
Float?
Cherry Coke float, which is, I got home last night and hubby had gone by the store and gotten me a 20 ounce.
Really?
I'm loving it.
I am too. Y'all gave me, or Mike gave y'all, y'all gave me the no sugar right there. And I'm telling you, I took a case of it home, There's not much left. I've been drinking them like they're wonderful.
Yeah.
Cherry Coke float.
Yep. It is so good. But guess what?
What?
I'm watching TV last night. This is no lie. I have my my cherry Coke float cola right here next to me, and I look up at the screen, and all of a sudden, the other team has come up with a wild cherry cream.
Oh yeah, the
which
Pepsi
is
version.
the same thing, and I'm like, can you not be unique? Why can you not come up with something other than what Coke just did? And how did they even know that you were coming out with that so that they could have the same thing?
I think the espionage between the soft drink companies must be unbelievable because the competition is huge.
Because as soon as one comes out with
another one's right out. It's
right
like
behind it.
Yep.
But I feel like Coke comes out with it more faster, and then somebody else just comes in and rides.
Well, it's like, the famous example would be Dr. Pepper. Then there was suddenly Mr. Pibb, and there was Mellow Yellow that came out after Mountain Dew. And, I guess they're all looking for the niche.
I guess.
And if something's popular, they're going to go after some of that. I guess I guess it's just good competition.
Yeah,
but,
I'm not going to drink it. I'm just telling you.
Well,
I'm not even going to try it.
The Cherry Coke float
This is really good.
It's the bomb.
As a matter of fact, thank you, Coca-Cola, for sponsoring Morning Mayhem. And we're going to go ahead and pop the top because I'm dying of thirst.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let me get my thumb under it.
My fingers. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Oh,
Nicely done.
I got it on my microphone.
I got it in my hand. We were exuberant.
It's Friday. We're in rare form.
That is so tasty.
Good morning, Michael Carmulis from McPherson, Kansas. My goodness, I went to school with him. I got a lot of high school folks on here.
Kansas?
Yeah, he moved to Kansas. I think for work.
Really? That's amazing.
What do you do, Michael? I don't even know. I don't remember now what he does.
Well, he's in Kansas doing it.
He's doing it in Kansas.
That's
he's been there a minute, too, I think.
That's some flat country out there.
Is it?
Yes.
Never been.
I think that's when I drove through parts of Kansas coming from somewhere out west one time, and it just seemed like it was just cornfields or something.
Yeah.
Or wheat or something.
I'm going to thank our morning show sponsors. Thank you, Chilton Mobile Home Supply, Country Financial Insurance, Central Alabama Wellness, Coca-Cola, Chilton Chamber of Commerce. We met with them yesterday, the day before. Larry Puckett Chevrolet, Putter Up in Pelham, Wood Surfside Marina. Don't forget, boat show next weekend.
Oh, boy.
At Grand River. That's where it's going to be.
Grand River.
They're going to use the whole mall parking lot area.
That's out there in Irondale? Or Irondale.
Leeds, whatever you want to call it.
It's out there near what's the big...
Bass Pro
Shops
Motorsports.
across the street.
Yeah, you saw where George Barber passed away.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, he did. He passed away the day before.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
George.
He was
Rich George,
yes.
Barber from the Barber's Milk Company.
Yes, he sold it out to Dean's, and we don't have the Barber's dip anymore. Now we have, it's called Hell of a. What's the name of it? Hell of a Good Dip, and it tastes exactly like Barber's dip.
Oh, yeah, the Hell of a Good Dip.
Yeah, it is good.
I've used it a bunch of times.
It's good.
Yeah, it is good.
Wood Surfside Marina in
George Barber.
Pell City. They are your marina for Lay Lake and Lake Mitchell as well. But yeah, they're doing the boat show next weekend. Thank you to Market 22, also Bees Market. This and that vinyl and work out anytime. We appreciate you so much. We had some softball last night, Bill.
Really?
Yes. We did Billingsley at Thorsby, and I don't know who was the winner of that game, Baden. Thorsby won.
The Rebels won it.
Yep.
That's girls softball.
Today is, I don't know if it's baseball or softball. It doesn't say on here, but Jemison at Thorsby at 6:30 is what we got this weekend. Is that baseball or softball, Baden? Baseball. So baseball is tonight at 6:30. Jemison at Thorsby. So Baden said it went very well. Lisa Robinson and Jason Green were your
announcers,
play-by-play and color announcers.
Yeah,
yes.
color.
Yep. So
I watch a little girls softball once in a while from mainly from Marion Military Institute. They have a good softball program for the girls down there, and I'll go root for my old alma mater.
I have a friend who is a staunch Auburn fan.
Really?
But she will watch some Alabama softball in a heartbeat because she just thinks they are a very dominating
they are the bomb
team.
They're amazing.
Who's the yellow team?
Yellow?
They're yellow. They wear yellow uniforms.
The Bananas?
No. They're softball, girls softball. I think they wear some yellow, and they were like the ones that were the ones to beat the year before last, I think. I don't remember now.
I don't know. Yellow softball. I don't know.
I think it was yellow.
Well, it wouldn't be Auburn. It wouldn't have been. I mean, is it college or high school?
College. It was college.
I don't know.
Here
who
I am.
Yellow.
I don't know the name. I don't know the names.
Is it in the state of Alabama?
No.
Oh, okay. Then it could be.
I don't college know. Ball. I think Alabama was kind of up against them, trying to beat them.
I'm trying to think who was dominant yellow. I can't think of anybody.
Yeah.
There's like gold, it could be like.
Oh, it could have been gold.
It could have been gold, so it could have been Montevallo, or if it wasn't in the state, could have been Georgia Tech. They're golden. Could have been Vanderbilt. They got gold in their color. I don't know.
It could have been. I don't know. I don't watch enough of it to know. All I know is that my granddaughter has her first middle school tournament. She's actually got 3 games tonight. They postponed
softball?
Or canceled the ones for tomorrow, and they're going to play them all tonight. Yeah, so she's got 3 games today.
3 games in one day?
Yeah.
What she play? What position?
First is what she normally plays, but I don't know if that's what her position is now.
I don't know how anybody, of course, sometimes they have rotating pitchers, but some of those girls, the way they can pitch those, I don't know how their shoulder stays in socket. And, 3 games, I don't know how you do that.
I know.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's a lot of slinging.
Yep. All right. We're going to take a break. We're a little late on breaks. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got some stuff to talk about. Another hat in the running for Alabama governor. Did you see this?
No.
Oh, you're going to be... it's interesting who it is. So we'll talk about that. We're also... Alabama Power, y'all. It's all over social media what's happening right now. So we'll talk about that. Stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studios. We'll be right back. Experience the charm of Maplesville. From friendly faces to family-friendly events, scenic parks, and local shops, our town is where community and tradition thrive. Visit Maplesville today, where you're always welcome.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
get a couple hundred votes.
We are back. The time is 7:22. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill here
Good
with
morning.
you on this Friday.
Friday morning.
It's going to rain today. 80% chance of rain today.
Yeah.
I said, Alexa, what's the weather for Clanton today? And she said, good morning, Tresse.
Tresse. Don't know how to pronounce that, Therese.
The weather for
Tresse.
Clanton today is a high of 74, a low of 36, and an 80% chance of rain. Okay. Thank you very much.
Well,
Alexia.
tomorrow. Yeah, thank you, Alexia.
I have my friend Gidget, her mom calls her Celsa. She'll say, Alexa.
What's her real
Instead
name?
of saying Alexa, she says, Celsa, turn on the button. And she's videoing her. And she goes, Mom, what did you call her? And she says, Celsa. And she says, it's not.
Does
not,
it answer? Does it
No.
Okay.
She's like, it's not Celsa, it's Alexa. And she goes, oh, Alexa, Celsa. I mean, it's the same thing to her. She doesn't care.
She just ignores me.
A lot of you may be familiar with Southern Mama. Southern Mama is a character that was created on TikTok where a man by the name of Darren Knight plays a Southern Mama, always getting on her kids at the ballpark, at home, and things like that. Funny stuff.
Yeah.
Extremely funny.
He's got Southern Mama down.
Oh,
good.
he does too.
He does.
I mean, all the way down. It is hilarious. He does comedy tours all over the place. He's toured with a lot of famous comics. His sidekick that he tours mostly with is called Red Squirrel, and she used to be a teacher at Pell City High School. And when she retired, she decided to go into her comedy
routine,
full time and has made quite the living out of it. And some of their stuff they do together, they do separate, pretty funny stuff.
Red Squirrel,
yeah, it's hilarious. Some of it is a little for her. Some of her stuff that I saw was a little raunchy. I was surprised. I was like,
you think a teacher wouldn't be raunchy?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, she even said some of her students had come to see her, and she was like, well, I guess the students in the back there are in shock, you know. It's like, you think? That's like going to a nightclub and seeing your teacher on a stripper pole. You know,
Exactly.
You're like, what in the world?
Believe me, I didn't have it. Well, there was one. I didn't have many teachers that I wanted to see on a stripper pole. And, you know, I was never more shocked. There was a guy that was, you would know if you're from the Birmingham area, that did a kiddie program, who did one of the most filthy, funny comedian routines I've ever seen. And when I'd grown up seeing him on TV with the little children, and he was great. Mm-hmm. And then I saw him do this routine, and it just blew all. It took me years of therapy to get over that. Cousin Cliff.
No, stop. Spill.
He was so. He did a adult only show once, magic show.
Just stop.
I know.
Stop.
I know.
Cousin Cliff.
Holman.
He was a magician. He did the animals too.
He was so nice, and he really is nice. I knew him because I lived in Vestavia, and he'd come in this little store.
Was he on Sergeant Jack, or what was he on?
No, Sergeant Jack was on 42 and did cartoons.
I just remember seeing him in the mornings or something.
Afternoons.
Okay.
Always afternoons, and
a
guy named Benny Carl had the Circle 6 Ranch for Channel 6. On Channel 13 was Cousin Cliff Holman doing the Cousin Cliff show in the afternoon with kids. And then later, they were really the early ones. And then later, Sergeant Jack, which was a guy named Neil Miller, ended up doing Sergeant Jack. He had the three. And then there was also Bozo the Clown, which was Ward McIntyre.
Yeah.
And Ward McIntyre did Bozo. So those were the four kind of kiddie shows in town. But I was so amazed at the one Cousin Cliff could do. He only did it to like men's clubs. He'd do it at for the Shriners and it would be only men's only, adult only, groups, Elks Club, stuff like that, It was funny, but it shook me up. Because it was funny, but it was he was pretty dirty.
Oh,
But you know who was also known for that was Red Fox was that way. You know, the guy that played Sanford.
Oh, I accidentally saw one of his one time, and I was like, okay, that traumatized me because I just saw him
for years before he ever became famous.
Dirty, nasty stuff. And I always thought Richard Pryor was, but he had Richard Pryor beat.
Oh yeah, well I think Richard Pryor learned from Red Fox.
Oh,
it's amazing.
Yeah. My goodness. I did actually see I walked in on my dad watching it on HBO or something one time, and I was like,
holy
is that
cow.
Fred Sanford? You know, I was like blown away.
Anyway, I took you off your I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay, but we're going to talk about it. But first I'm going to say good morning to Philip. Good morning, Lisa. T&T Peanuts. Good morning, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Steve said, oh my gosh, I'm imagining Mrs. Weaver, Miss Shannon, or Miss Chambers on a stripper pole. Don't do that to my beloved Mrs. Chambers, Steve.
Oh, this is teachers from Pell City?
Yes, she was my favorite teacher in the world, so please don't do that to my Miss Chambers. I can't even think about it. But yes, so Darren Knight, also known as Southern Mama, has thrown his hat in the ring as a write-in for the governor's race, according to his comedian page and his personal page. He says that there are just some things going on in our state that is, he's passionate about, and he wants to make a change. He's got if you go to his Facebook pages, you will see, well, his personal one for sure. He's got him in the red, white, and blue.
Is he Republican or?
I think Republican, but I can't really tell. It's going to be more of a conservative, I think. But yeah, and he's a great guy too. I've been in his presence, his company several times. He karaoke's very well.
He sings too.
Yep, he likes to come around the area, like over in St. Clair County where I used to go and karaoke. He would come out there all the time.
So do you think he's doing this for real, or do you think he's doing it as a publicity stunt?
I think both.
Yeah.
I think as a write-in, it's hard. If
he's out as a comedian trying to make it in showbiz, it ain't going to hurt.
The only thing is, I'm afraid him running might hurt Tommy Tuberville more than it's going to hurt Doug Jones. Because Doug Jones is on the Democrat side, and Tommy Tuberville is on the Republican side, and I think that
he might pull from Tuberville more than he would from
Tuberville, and I would.
But as a write-in candidate, do you think he'll really pull? I mean, do you think he's even a blip on the radar?
No.
I think if he's a write-in, that already cuts out like 90% of who people even. You got to be passionate about a certain person to go in and write their name in on your ballot sheet.
Yeah, that's true.
Most people are going to just mark who's printed. Some people don't even know what they're doing there. But to actually have to write a name in and to vote for governor, boy, that's
right. Yeah, that's true.
Now, a lot of people, you and Baden had never heard of Shorty Price, who ran for governor for decades. I guess he was a write-in. He may have been on the ballot. He did it so long. I don't know if he actually, I don't know.
I just remember Twinkle Kavanaugh being on every ballot I ever voted for since I was able to vote. And she finally won something last year or the year before. I was like, I'm so glad she finally got something.
The names I remember just for being odd was Twinkle Kavanaugh and Young Boozer.
Yeah, Young Boozer, yeah.
Young Boozers. Those were just two names I thought
that's
odd.
That's a freaking cool name.
Young Boozer?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
I would.
My name, I'd be Old Boozer.
Old Boozer.
Actually, it's a good thing my last name isn't Geezer. I'd be Old Geezer.
Old Geezer. I just saw this. Philip Mims is in Ocala, Florida. Good morning. Thank you for watching and listening.
Wow.
My daughter has family in Ocala, Florida.
Ocala.
Yeah, it's a nice area out there.
It is.
Lot of horses and cows and beautiful trees.
And gators.
And gators. No gators. No gators.
So I don't know if this guy's going to really run. I don't know if that's for real or if he's just for publicity. But I don't think he's going to particularly hurt anybody.
Well,
especially Tuberville, who's so high profile. And, of course, I don't know if, they're contesting still his residency requirements. They're still saying that he doesn't really live, didn't live. You're supposed to, isn't the rule 6 years? you've had to have lived primarily in the state of Alabama 6 years before you can run for office for governor.
Okay.
And they say that he lived in Florida for years, and now he's claiming he lives in Alabama, but he doesn't have the, anyway, they're taking him to court, you know. I mean, they're going after him again for his
That's
residence.
Doug Jones's camp doing that because
it actually happened before when he ran for Senate. They started it then. So now that he's switching to governor, they've relit that fire.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, if they couldn't find anything out at Senate, why do they think they're going to find anything out when he's running for governor?
I don't know. But they claim they've got rights. We'll see. You know, he'll either prove it or not. I mean, what are you going to do? He's probably the favored candidate, isn't it?
I think so.
For Republican, I don't know about more, but we'll see.
All right, it's 7:33. We need to take another break. We'll do that, and when we come back, we'll talk about Alabama Power, because that right now is what's leading, outside of Nancy Guthrie being still missing almost week 3 into this thing. Alabama Power and what's going on with that is all over social media. So we'll talk about that when we come back. Y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Diesel repair, MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Need care fast? Come see us at Children Urgent Care, 1210 7th Street South in Clanton. We offer efficient care with minimal wait times and a wide array of services, including on-site x-rays, wound care, and quick assistance with urgent needs. Medicare and most private insurance and private pay welcome. No appointment needed. Walk in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to 4. Call 205-280-0620. Chilton Urgent Care. Quality care when you need it. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
Are you tired of big box stores where you're just another number? You deserve better. Furniture that's built to last from people who treat you like family. At Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, we do things differently. As an employee-owned company, we take pride in personal service. We'll listen to what you need and help you find the perfect piece for your home from trusted, top-notch name brand. Whether it's a cozy sofa for movie nights, a dining set built for real life, or a recliner that melts the stress away, we've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Experience the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not just a customer, you're family. are back. The time is 7:37. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and the infamous dollar bill.
Infamous. I don't know what that
Here
means.
with you.
Oh, you know, I thought I would up our entertainment today. You know, I've been moving. And they found my harmonica.
That's in like an old box too. How old is that, Bill?
I don't know. It's old.
I love it. Fantastic.
There you
Way
go.
to go. I can go.
Well, as you just heard the only song I can do.
I love it. I love a harmonica.
Really?
I do. I just, something about it. It's very, it brings like to me when it's in certain songs, it's just very soulful.
Yeah.
Kind of gives an emotional song.
There's some
like
people that can
the
really-
home on the range type of thing,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
There's some people that can. I mean, that's piddly. There are guys that can really do an amazing job. And there was a guy that lived in Birmingham who was a blues harmonica player named Topper Price. And a lot of people that know the blues and stuff would have heard of Topper. Topper was astounding. Topper also tended to like cocaine and some other, and his life ended way too young.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, I
That's
knew
sad.
Topper really well, and Topper, didn't make it. I guess he made it into his late 40s, early 50s.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he was young.
That was young.
But he could play the harmonica. Topper Price, he was amazing.
I like to see, like, you see a singer and they'll be playing the guitar and then they'll have the harmonica on the little
On that thing around
and they're
their
playing
neck,
the
yeah.
guitar and they'll do the harmonica too. And you're like, how in the world can you be doing all that at one time?
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how they do it.
Drummers too are amazing to me because singing and playing the drums and doing other stuff, like you got to have your feet going and your hands going and
That's the
everything.
thing.
That is just wild to me.
To me, drummers especially, I mean, like you said, they're using everything.
Yeah, and they got strong arms.
Oh, yeah.
But I will tell you one thing that drummers have a hard time with.
What?
They usually have a lot of neck problems,
Neck.
shoulder problems.
From
Getting
playing
those
the drums,
pinched,
I guess
you're
so,
moving
yeah.
like this a lot, and they have problems with their hands, getting carpal tunnel and
Yeah,
things.
I can see that now, yeah.
My friend Forrest Reynolds, who has been in several bands back in the day, and now he's relegated to playing the drums for the church, but he's having to have some kind of tendon replacement in his thumb, and because his fiance messaged me. And I was asking her how Forrest was, and she said, well, he's going to have tendon replacement Thursday in his thumb here in the next few days. And I was like, is that from playing drums? She said, that's exactly what it's from. But I mean, they'll have a lot of hand problems because you're gripping those drums and you're doing all the
most
sticks. I mean,
kids start playing drums when they can be as early as like 8 or 10 or 12, in elementary or junior high, they start playing drums. And then, you get to be your 40s. Think how many times that impacts it's amazing. It's millions of times they've had to do stuff.
have you seen these videos of these kids that are like 4 years old, 5 years old, wailing to like AC/DC song or a Guns N' Roses song, and they're hitting it lick for lick?
Right.
That is astounding to me. But if they're going to learn it, I think a young age like that is probably
That's the way to do
because then
it.
you have it perfected by the time.
Yeah, by the time you're 10, you're a pro.
A lot of folks, some people don't even start learning drums until they're in their teens or
I've thought about picking drums up. I've never played them before.
I
Can you-
get.
I
can
you
play
know
drums
how I
with
used to when I was a
pencil.
kid. You do this, and do this with the. I can't. We tried to. There was a big drum solo in a instrumental called Pipeline, and every kid was doing it when I was in junior high school or elementary school back in the 60s, and they were playing it. And boy, some kids could really do it, and I'm like. it was ridiculous. I have no ability to do almost anything musically, but I have no. My right hand's not too bad. It's this thing. This left hand is like a fly swatter. That's all it's good. I can't do anything with it.
I know.
And that's why I couldn't play guitar. If I had to use the left hand for much of anything, I was dead in the water. Now I could play trumpet, trombone, baritone, anything, because it basically you just grip the thing with your left hand, and then you do everything like the trombone, and the valves are with your right hand. So I could play brass instruments, and that's what I played from elementary school to college was trombone and baritone and tuba, that sort of stuff. But oh my God, I wasn't very good at it. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I could do it well.
That was loud.
I was a terrible, musician, but I could play it. But these guys that can play drums beautifully and guitar, I'm so envious. Same thing with singers. There's something, I can talk okay, but boy, you don't want me singing nothing.
Here's the thing, is that I think horns are just as important because if you go to a band, to somewhere and hear a band and they've got the horn section going, to me, that'll get you up off your feet in a heartbeat. I love it.
Chicago because of all the brass in Chicago, 2564. All those songs they had were just amazing with that brass section. And I loved Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. I liked a lot of brass, but you're right, it can be very powerful. But I'm not a musician.
Yeah, well, I'm not either. But I mean, I can get pencils and I can kind of keep time with some things, but I'm not. I mean, I wish I could. I wish I had. I don't have the coordination. I'm not.
Either.
Look, I stumble over air. So, if you think I'm going to be able to do two things at once,
I try
it's not going to happen.
Tap my foot. I can't. I look like
I clap on the off feet
something
too.
on the beach, like a seal.
I told you we'd talk about Alabama Power.
Oh, yeah.
So all over
Palco.
social media, people are talking about this class action lawsuit that they're filing against Alabama Power because rates recently, I'd say, really jumped in the last year.
Yeah, seems
just
like it to me. Might have been
unrealistically,
unbelievably high.
There was even an elderly couple. They live in Morris. He's 90, she's 84, and their power bill has never, ever been over $250, and that's the whole time they've had power their whole life. And he said we watch TV or we're out on the porch. They don't run a lot of air and heat and stuff like
Just
that.
two of them, so they're
just two of them. Their power bill was over $500 in December, and they are like, "This is absolutely ridiculous." They're on a fixed income too.
Yeah.
So
90-something years old. Yeah.
it's really becoming a problem, and I've seen several of my friends say, I don't know what's going on. And I had one guy that was posting, he's like, this is my bill on budget billing. This is my bill when I said that I don't want to do budget building. They billed him for all of the budget that he saved, and he sent him a bill for $1,500.
Wow.
Yeah. They made profit. Okay, profit means after you've taken care of all of your bills, all of your employees, paid
all
out
your overhead,
everything. So what the company profits was $113 million in 2025.
Well, all right. I don't want to hire Bill, but $113 million is not that much for that big a utility, though.
If you
think about it, because what if they have to just replace something? You could run $100 million in replacing something in a power plant, I would think, or at least bunch of. I mean, that's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but I was kind of surprised that that was their profit. But for people that are fixed,
their net profit increased by $115 million. I'm sorry,
there.
I misread that.
That was the increase in 2025.
That was the increase. An earnings report shows the post-tax revenue last year was $1 billion.
There you go.
Was 1,516 billion, up from 1,403 billion over the past years. The report indicates the increase was driven largely by higher revenues collected from customers through electricity rates and growing demand for power.
Okay, well, wow. I guess I better get more of my LEDs in there instead of incandescents and start sweating a little more in the summer and freezing in the winter.
Well, the class action lawsuit, I mean, there's a lot of people that are involved in that, and they're doing it to make some accountability, because most places, there are some, but most places you don't have a choice. Whoever your power company is whoever your power company is. Now, you have the subsidiaries like Coosa Power or whatever, but they're still
buying all their stuff from Alabama Power.
Alabama Power.
In Alabama, you've only really got two. It's Alapalco, which is Southern Company, or you have TVA up in North Alabama.
Oh, see, I didn't even know what TVA was.
Tennessee Valley Authority. Yeah, that's North Alabama. So that's it. I mean, that's your two choices, I think. I don't think there's any difference. And Southern Company is all of the South, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like Georgia and Alabama and Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this class action lawsuit. But there are people that are getting double their regular power bill, and there's no explanation for it. I mean, and when you're budgeting, you're budgeting for a certain amount. Well, some people did a test. They turned their breakers off in their house and just didn't have anything running at all for a week, and wanted to see what would happen. No change, zero change.
Really?
And I just find that interesting.
I haven't done it in years. When I was a kid, I used to be fascinated to go outside my mom and dad's house and look at the meter and watch that thing spinning. You know, that was fun to just look at. I didn't know what it was doing.
It would really be spinning when my mom was washing clothes. Yeah. Washer and dryer was going.
I hadn't done that in decades, but it'd be interesting to see. I mean, I don't know if there's a way you can do it, but I guess you could turn stuff off and go look at it, and then go back, turn things on and go look. I mean, I don't know, but it doesn't seem, I mean, we're lucky, because I will say this, I've never had to complain much about my electric service. When it does go down, they usually repair it quickly. It rarely goes down much anymore.
Yeah,
I mean, their rate of success is astounding to me. I've never had a big problem in the last 20 years with the quality.
Yeah.
But the price is rough.
Yeah,
and with that profit motive, that is scary. And of course, you look at a utility, they're having to look ahead 50, 75, 100 years in the future. For a while there, back in the 60s and 70s, everybody thought it was going to be nuclear. And of course, then you had Chernobyl and all the 5 Mile Island, and people realized, boy, it's scary stuff. So now that kind of went away, and it went back to coal-fired. Well, now the environmentalists say, you can't be burning all this coal. So then it went to liquid natural gas, and then natural gas got to be harder, and so they went back. And it's this stepping stone, and they're trying solar and they're trying wind, but we're still learning how we're supposed to supply the power. And so I know they want to bank as much profit as they can. Of course, the stockholders want profit as well. So I don't know. It's one of those things where a monopoly, like you said, that if it's a monopoly, you don't have a choice, really. But look at the mess Texas has, where Texas's grid is hundreds of small utility companies providing power, and they, for the last couple of years when the summer hit, they had blackouts all over the state, and there's people on medical things and people still with iron lungs. I mean, stuff that they've got to have their power. They're going to die, much less the comfort or the safety of air conditioning in a hot summer. But they had a mess in Texas for a while, and you would think Texas would be one of the safest utility places because of all the oil and gas.
Yeah, you would think.
But it wasn't. So it's a mess. I don't know what the future is, because they're trying to cut back on all the fossil fuel, but yet nuclear is still scary. The wind and solar is expensive and hard to do. I mean, I don't know what our future is going to be.
Yeah,
it makes me very nervous, because I know that my life now is so dependent on electricity that I don't know that I could live like a pioneer anymore. I mean, none of my, I don't know if I could live with a wood stove and kerosene lights. And certainly that gives me no phone, no internet, no computer.
No way to do anything. Because as a society, we're dependent on that. So
yes.
You can't have half the United States dependent on it and the other half not.
Right.
Because how are you going to, you're not going to be able to
it's got to be universal.
Done. Yeah, it's got to be.
My son, years ago, he lives in Rhode Island. He invested in solar.
Yeah.
So he spent, I don't know how, $100,000 in solar or something. His whole roof is like solar panels, and he bought a Tesla power storage unit in the basement, the Tesla batteries. And for the last 8 years or so, he actually makes money because he completely powers his house with solar. And then he actually has excess power he sells back to their utility company.
Stop it.
No, they will buy, if you can generate enough to take care of yourself and there's excess and you can keep your batteries charged and all, they'll buy the excess power. It's not a whole lot of money, but
still,
basically instead of paying a penny out, now he
spent the $100,000.
Yeah, he's got to make his money back over the years, but instead of paying $250 a month to the utility company, he might get $80 back every month. And that's $80 coming in and nothing going out except for what he invested. So you figure over a year, if he's saving $250 a month, plus he's making $80 a month, that paid off. That's going to pay the solar off pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds like it is.
Yeah, but but there is maintenance, and those batteries only have a life, I think, of 10 years, and then to replace the storage unit is hideous.
Yeah,
it's like $60,000 or something. They say that a Tesla car, when those batteries need replacing after 10 years, it's going to $40,000, something like that.
Wow, that's wild. All right, it is 7:55. We're going to take a break. Good morning, Steve Johnson.
Good morning,
Steve Johnson, the $100 man. He has the classic country caravan that we have brought back. Thank goodness, because a lot of folks were really missing that. And it is on Saturdays at 7. It goes from 7 until 10. If you have a request and you want the request to be played on the show, then you have to get those requests in by Tuesday. Where do they email, Baden? Or do they?
Piper Peach?
Just Piper Peach.
Piper
Okay.
Peach Country?
They just message the station. You message the station on Facebook.
I know one of his big
request.
fans, Jeanette Reynolds, is really excited about him doing the country caravan, and she's already been putting in all kinds of requests.
Okay.
Big fan.
Good deal. All right. It is 7:55. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we got to talk about Journey.
The group journey?
The group journey.
Really?
Yes. We got to talk about them.
The old dudes.
Y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clanton Tractor Studios. We'll be right back.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
Thank you.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
By the way, that's the only song I can play.
Teresa
I'll play any
Bill.
song you want to hear as long as it's old Susanna.
That's right. As long as it's
I can play any song you want as long as it's old Susanna.
Good morning, Miss Deborah. Yes, that's Dollar Bill with his most popular harmonica hit, Old Susanna.
His only harmonica song. That's all I can play.
I said we would talk about Journey on when we came back. So Journey has scheduled a farewell reunion.
Like a farewell tour?
Yes.
Oh.
And
this will be their last one.
Their last one.
But you know, Alabama did their farewell tour.
And then they came back.
And then they did another farewell tour. And then they did another farewell tour. It's kind of like Ronnie Marchant.
I was going to say, Ronnie Marchant
kept going out. He went out
Parnell's.
Yep, they went out of business
for 10
20 years. Yeah. So Journey's going to do a farewell tour.
Oh my gosh, who is a NFL player that's retired a whole bunch?
I don't know. Who was that? Was that
retired and came back? Retired and came back. Oh my gosh.
Wasn't Brady? Who was that? I know.
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of.
Journey's going to do it, huh?
They are going to do a farewell tour. And rumors were circulating that one Steve Perry might be joining them for the reunion.
What about the little Korean dude that's been singing?
I mean, he's still going to be there because Steve Perry took to his official page and said that while he's been hearing these recent rumors about him joining the farewell tour, he says that while he's grateful for the love people still have for Journey, the rumors about him rejoining the band are just simply not true.
Oh, okay.
Dang it. He said, I wanted to gently put these to rest. He understands that, people have love and hope for that, and that the music they created together means a lot to him, but he is continuing to do his solo thing with his own creative work.
But he really hasn't.
I mean, he's got a following.
Yeah,
he just kind of does his own thing when he wants to do it, and he is content with that. When he left for his own sanity because he was turning into somebody that he didn't recognize.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know why he quit.
The lifestyle was just
too wild,
creating him to be somebody that he knew in his heart he didn't want to be and shouldn't be. And when he walked away, He walked away, and he left it in the past. And as much as people want to bring that back, it's just not going to happen. And I understand where he's coming from, but when you are that iconic, we're always going to hold out hope that here.
Yeah,
so
Steve Perry had such a voice. But
kind of thing.
the little Korean guy sounds phenomenal.
He does, but I can't. It's not the
I mean, it's
same,
not
and
Steve
I can't.
Perry, I
it's
know.
not, and I don't
Yeah.
want to watch it. I just
Really?
don't. I can't listen to him.
Really? I think he's
Just
great.
Not. It's not the same for me.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Well, Steve Perry is amazing. It's a shame. You would think he would want to do it, even if he just went in and did one or two songs with the band, just because I guess maybe he just grew out of, maybe he's not friends with anybody in the band anymore. Maybe that alienated him. I don't know.
Well, and at the end of the 26-27 tour that they're doing now, keyboardist Jonathan Cain is going to be leaving.
Really?
He's been with the group all these years, but he and Neil Sean apparently just cannot get along. There's a lot of tension with them, and so Jonathan's like, you know what? I'm just going to go. I'm going to leave after this tour. I'll join you for the farewell thing, but after that, I'm not doing any more. I'm going to focus on my Christian music.
Well, I don't think they need the money.
Oh no.
So I think they're probably okay there. So, yeah, and if he wants to pursue a Christian music career, continue to build on that, I admire that. These guys are my age. They're in their 70s. Mm-hmm. They're not young pups anymore.
Well, I know, and at some point you just got to say, okay, when is enough enough?
Well, and yeah, when you're talking about they're doing the same 20 songs every time they're on stage or whatever for 30 years.
But here's the thing.
Ooh.
That's what we want to hear because that's our wheelhouse. That's our music.
That's us wanting to
hear it.
hear
But they got to get sick of it.
But they've got to do it. Yeah. And we only hear it once in a while. They're doing it just repetitively. I don't know how they do it. I don't understand how, of course, I'm not a singer, but I don't understand how you can keep the passion and the freshness alive on a song that you've sung 110,000 times.
Yeah, and here's the thing, too.
How do you not go into automatic pilot?
Right. You take somebody like George Strait, who has a ton of number ones, like a ton. You get it. You do an hour and 40-minute concert, maybe 2 hours. Well, you're not going to get all your number ones in there. You're not even going to get all your number twos and top fives in there. So you're having to pick. So you're not going to be singing the same ones over and over and over. Although my favorite song by him is "The Chair."
I love The Chair.
And the Fireman. I think
Fireman.
it's.
They call me the Fireman. That's my name.
I love it.
Yeah.
'Cause that's just kind of catching up there. The Chair, though, is my favorite.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he didn't do that song, it would hurt my feelings. If I paid to see George Strait and he didn't sing The Chair, I'd want my money back.
Well, and see, that's the other thing too. Some of these artists, they may have a lot of hits, but they always have their iconic hits.
Yes.
And people want to hear the iconic ones every time. Mm-hmm. And younger artists are always wanting to push their newer stuff to create new icons.
Yes.
So they got to, I've gone and heard artists that said, I want to do all my new stuff. And they would rarely do but one or two of their hits. I really didn't like it. I mean, I want to hear the new stuff on an album or streaming and decide whether I like it
or
and
not.
see if it because what if it's a bomb and doesn't do anything?
Yeah, because that has
And
happened.
that happens a lot. I mean, there a lot of guys. Blake Shelton, for instance, he's put out a few that just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So
you're like, that's Blake Shelton.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I went to see Steve Wariner years ago.
Oh, I love Steve Wariner.
And he didn't sing Driving and Crying, which was one of my favorites. And when I asked him, I said, you didn't sing Driving and Crying? He said, I almost put it on my set list. And he said, we've been doing it at all the shows, and I decided to change it up a little bit. And I said, it's okay. I said, I'm not mad about it. I just was like, I just want you to know that's probably one of my favorite songs you have. And the nicest guy.
The nicest guy in the world.
I was
huge baseball fan and one of the best guitar people. He's been underrated. He is he's like Vince Gill and like these guys that can really play the guitar.
He is.
And he's played on a lot of other people's sessions.
He has, and you don't know it until you look at who.
You have to look it up.
I think he's played on some Garth Brooks stuff. I know
yeah.
he's played on Vince Gill stuff because they've been buddies for a long time. And you know, lots of folks that we don't even know about. He's been in the studio because people have requested him. He's also signed up because you can do this. You can be signed up as a writer, as an artist, and as a musician, and you can be requested. And as long as you're signed up and you're considered a studio musician, you can play
on their
albums.
Yeah, you know, he's the one. I think I told this story before, but when he was in concert in Birmingham years ago, 15 years or 20 years ago, he was playing at Sloss Furnace, and Sloss Furnace is kind of a mess of a place to get into and out of, you know, especially backstage, because you go through these one little weird road that takes you backstage. Well, he came to the radio station and I was emceeing the show. Patty was too, but Patty.
I knew this was a Patty story.
Yeah, Patty had already gone
one.
home when he and I interviewed him on the air, just me and him, and then he said, he said, "You want to ride out there with me in the bus?" I said, "Sure." So I got on his bus, and his crew was on the bus, his band, and we go downtown, and we go this back road to get to the backstage, and some idiot had just pulled up on that one little road and parked, just blocking the road to the backstage. And the bus driver pulled up and said, "What the hell?" And I looked out, and I went, "Uh-oh." It was Patty's car. She had just gone. She didn't want to park where everybody else parked and walk in, and so she had they would give us parking passes so we could go backstage. But she had just decided when she got backstage, instead of going into the little area you parked,
she's going to create a
it was
spot.
closer, so she just got out of the car and walked up in and left it blocking the road. And we sat there a minute, and finally nobody was coming, and there was nobody around to tell our problem, and the bus couldn't go around her car. So we all got out. We were looking at it, and I said, "I know whose car this is." I said, "That's my Patty's." And they went, "Really?"
I love it.
And so the band, Steve Warner and his band and I and the bus driver picked her car up, about 12 of us, lifted the car up and just put it over in the weeds. Put it
That'll
over
teach her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how she got out. Put it over in the weeds, and then we drove on in.
That is hilarious.
So the next, we went on. I didn't say anything to her. She didn't know. So we emceed the show and watched Steve Warner, and then I left with him, and he had to go back to the station because they'd left some stuff. So he gave me a ride back, and I didn't tell Patty. She had to walk out and find her car. And the next morning when we went on the air, I said, did you get home okay? And she went, "Oh," she started, I can't
just
say
mad
what
as
she was
oh,
saying.
yeah.
She had to get a wrecker to come down and
A
get her out.
wrecker?
Yeah, because she couldn't get over into the car. And the way we said it, she was afraid she couldn't drive it out anyway. So she had to had to hire a wrecker to come down.
Did you ever tell her it was you and them that did it?
Yeah, I told her. I told her the next morning on the air. I loved it.
So let me tell you something.
Let me tell you why you had to hire a wrecker, you idiot. I said,
What did
parked.
she say?
She just says, "Well, I didn't even think about, once she realized, she was mad at me, but she wasn't, I said, it wasn't me now. It was the Steve Warner, the artist, and his band. I just was there helping. I said, they moved your car.
You were guilty by association.
I was.
For sure. And the fact that you actually got out there and helped.
But I liked it.
You were a participant.
Oh, I was happy
I'm sure
to
you
tell
did.
her. Said, anybody, I told her on the air, I said, anybody that's so dumb that they'll park their car in the only way that anything can come in and out backstage of a venue. I said, "What were you thinking?" "Oh, I wasn't, I don't remember. So it was funny.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, she had to concede that was a pretty dumb thing to do. I loved it because she was right about, a lot of things. And she was smart, but that was one time she was dumb.
Dumb. Yeah. Have you seen this story? I like this. Culture City to build a permanent sensory room at the Birmingham Zoo.
What now? They're going to build a what?
A sensory room for people that have autism and sensory. Sensory,
yeah. I thought you meant century like 100 years.
No,
A sensory room.
If you have, sensory disability or whatever, they've had a donation that has helped them
like
have
animals
a separate
in there or something?
Soft lighting, calming visuals, sensory tools, comfortable seating, interactive elements.
Hey, I'm not autistic, but I'd like that.
It would be available to any zoo guest in need of a quiet retreat.
I might just, when Mary's mad at me, I might just drive to the Birmingham Zoo and sit in there for a little while. Let everything calm down. Maybe I could put Mary in there.
Yeah, this is in honor of Libby Hagan, who was born in 2014. She experienced a life-altering injury while in the NICU at just 12 days old. And her family founded Libby's Friends to support families navigating disability-related challenges. And so they named it in honor of her. I think that is so neat because I have friends that have children with different levels of autism, and their sensory, they get sensory overload easy, quick. And they need those places to like decompress and things like that. And I'm glad that the zoo is going to do that. That's awesome.
Cool. That is cool.
I really think that's cool. All right. It is 8:13. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese. Are they still open?
Yes. An incident in Ohio. And we're going to talk about
I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese in 30 years.
A woman that is suing Donny Osmond.
Donny Osmond?
Of all people. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about it when we come back. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Reliable towing or diesel repair? Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Need care fast? Come see us at Children Urgent Care, 1210 7th Street South in Clanton. We offer efficient care with minimal wait times and a wide array of services, including on-site x-rays, wound care, and quick assistance with urgent needs. Medicare and most private insurance and private pay welcome. No appointment needed. Walk in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to 4. Call 205-280-0620. Chilton Urgent Care. Quality care when you need it. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
Are you tired of big box stores where you're just another number? You deserve better. furniture that's built to last from people who treat you like family. At Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, we do things differently. As an employee-owned company, we take pride in personal service. We'll listen to what you need and help you find the perfect piece for your home from trusted, top-notch name brand. Whether it's a cozy sofa for movie nights, a dining set built for real life, or a recliner that melts the stress away, we've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Experience the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not just a customer, you're family. We are back. The time is 8:17. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Dollar Bill.
Hello.
Broadcasted live from the Clanton Tractor Studios. If you haven't had enough of Oh Susanna, we can play it again.
Oh, Susanna again?
I'm just kidding. No, do it. Just do it.
I'll give you a little.
Just a little something.
Just something.
Yeah.
Something.
Woohoo! Yay! I love it.
The only thing I can play.
I told you before we left to go on break that a lady is suing Donny Osmond.
Donny Osmond?
Yes.
One of the nicest. I mean, he's a Mormon, and he's nice.
Nice. He's
never.
real
Nobody
nice.
ever says anything bad about.
Nobody has
him
ever
or
said
Marie.
anything bad about Donny, other than the fact that he's too old to be trying to do some of the stuff he's doing. But I disagree. I think do it.
And he still
do
looks
it.
you.
And he looks
young.
good. Well, they believe in the plastic surgery in the Mormon household
They
of the
do?
Osmonds. Oh yeah,
Okay.
they've had a lot of.
I know.
it.
I got to be on stage one time with Marie when she was doing a tour, and she looked good.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, Donny Osmond, at one point, I was so gaga over him, I could not hardly stand it. And then when he came out, like in the 80s and 90s and had a couple of songs, I was like in heaven. I love Donny. Matter of fact, I got the Barbie dolls, the Donny and Marie
Really?
Barbie
Is that
dolls,
right?
with the record and the whole stage and the
Oh,
thing. I got
man.
that when I was young.
I think one of my sisters was real hot on. One was hot on Bobby Sherman, and the other one was hot on Osmond, Donny Osmond.
They did that song. He and Marie did that song. I'm a little bit country and I'm a little bit rock and roll. I loved it. I just thought that was great.
So he's getting sued.
He's getting sued.
What did he do?
He was at he had a performance and a young lady was there. I don't know if she's young or not, but she was there. And
I doubt she was young.
They had some props that they were tossing out, a lighted beach ball.
That's neat.
And the lady
people
says,
keep it high in the air. You know,
Yeah.
there's a big deal where you can roll them out there and people keep bopping them around.
yeah. Well, it hit her in the head. The beach ball did.
Yeah.
And she says that it caused her to have retinal injury and retinal detachment to her right eye, caused her severe emotional distress and anxiety and PTSD. And she's seeking $15,000 in damages.
Cha-ching. Sounds 15,000.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot. I'm kind of
Not
surprised.
for a retina surgery.
Well, not for, yeah, if you're going after a celebrity, you would think she'd be looking for, $200,000 and up or $1 million or something. Especially when you start throwing in that PTSD and all that stuff.
She's suing Donny Osmond's concerts, Harrah's Las Vegas, I'm sorry. And the production company as well. So she's suing everybody.
Why did she go to that concert? Why didn't she stay at home?
Here it is. She wants damages as compensation, wants some medical bills and damages, severe emotional distress, psychological trauma, fear, anxiety, PTSD, and loss of enjoyment of life.
Sounds like somebody just got married.
Bill Lawson. Don't say that.
I say that, she's, she may have got, like, if that thing really whacked her in the face or in the head, and she did have retinal problems, and I say maybe
It's
they are
a
responsible for her
beach ball.
medical. Well, but it also, if it was lit, it had to have something in it, a battery. I mean, but yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but it's just like, they have insurance for that.
Yeah.
That's every venue has insurance in case somebody's injured. doing anything, falling down the stairs, going to your seat, whatever.
Right.
And then
They have to have that.
I'm sure that the production company has insurance, especially if you're throwing things out in the audience or whatever. You've got to have insurance. So I'm sure her medical bills could easily be compensated. She's going after that, PTSD and severe trauma and psychological damages and loss of love of life or whatever. That's to get money. I mean, that's just,
sure.
So I don't know. If she's that fragile, what was she doing at a
I know,
concert?
right?
If she's that mentally unstable that could do that to her. I got stomped in the head by a bull.
And you didn't get any compensation, did you?
No, not really. Oh. I got workman's comp paid for all my surgeries, but
Yeah. What, 60%?
Well, it paid all my medical bills, so I was good there. But no, nothing
Yeah,
for
but you've
trauma and I didn't loss of life.
But you've had permanent injury from your eye from that.
But, it's just life. What can you say?
Well, a beach ball and a bull.
That's different.
They're
Sure.
two different things.
Yeah.
I mean,
unless the beach ball was named Widowmaker like the bull.
that's true.
I'm just saying, I hate that this lady was traumatized and all, but
I don't think
I don't
she
know.
was,
As
but
long
that's
as
my
they pay
opinion.
for her medical coverage and stuff, I don't know. Sounds like some of that stuff just seems. I mean, if you go to a concert, you're going there to have fun. There's concerts where people are, where they're shooting off fireworks and all that stuff. Now, if fireworks catch your head on fire like Michael Jackson when he did his Pepsi commercial. Well, that's.
Where was the rock concert where they did the fireworks on stage and it caught the whole stage on fire and
killed people.
Killed people and
Yeah,
everything. I don't remember what
Well,
band that was. It was terrible though.
But it wasn't a sanction. It was one of those things where I think they hired a local guy to do the fireworks. I don't think it was like a. I don't think it was a big name band. Yeah, it was just Bubba Joe from across the street
Went down
sells
to the
fireworks
TNT.
on he sells fireworks on 4th of July and Christmas twice a year, and he says, I can do your fireworks for you.
No, under them
I
fireworks.
got all kind of sparklers and stuff. I got all kind of things that'll make them hoot and holler.
That's
They'll
hilarious.
also set the stage on fire and kill everybody, but I'm only $2,000 cheap.
Oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. Well, we had did Lake Fest several years ago over in
Pell City.
Pell City for at Logan Martin Lake. They do the largest on the water lake
Fireworks.
what am I trying to say? Boat show, and they had country singer Tyler Farr
I like him.
come out, and my tummy's sorry, it's rumbling. People were at the concert. There was a ton of people at this thing. Okay. Because at that time, I think he had 2 really big hits out, and somebody had a beach ball. Just they're doing it like this. Da, 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 da. He stops the concert and goes home.
Why?
Having the beach ball being thrown around the audience like that caused him PTSD trigger. And he refused. Yeah, he refused to come back out. I'm not lying about this. I wish
Tyler Farr.
Tyler Farr. He was such a jerk. He went in on his bus, and refused to come back out. They had
because of a beach ball being bounced around in the audience?
Yes, he said it triggered him. He said it triggered him, and he has
Triggered him for what?
his PTSD.
From what?
I don't know.
He wasn't in the service.
I don't know. It did, but that's what he said. He refused to come back out on stage. He was not even halfway through with his concert, and they had to get the lead singer from Nacho Daddy to come back out with his
Jason
band.
Perlman.
Yeah, he's great.
Perlman.
And
Jason's great.
and finish out the concert with his music because of that.
Jason's good.
Is that not
Nacho
crazy?
Daddy. No, that's crazy.
Crazy.
I hope they didn't pay Tyler Farr anything.
I don't know. I don't remember what Justin said about that, but they had to come on air and apologize to everybody for Tyler doing that.
You mean on the stage?
Well, they came on air on the radio station.
Oh, really?
And said, this is what happened. He said he was triggered and da-da-da-da-da. And then they tried to say, we understand. Some people have triggers you don't understand and blah, blah, blah. But you're at a concert. People are going to do stuff. It's summertime. It's at the lake.
It all boils down to, are you a professional?
Exactly.
And if you're professional and you book a date and you take people's, now, if somebody starts shooting or whatever, get your butt in. And if it's dangerous, a beach ball being bounced around out in the audience, that's not good. I don't care if you're triggered or not. Get over it and do what you are paid to do, and then fall apart afterwards. The show must go on, and that's for something like that. That's being a prima donna and being ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I do. I believe that's crazy. You should be bigger than that, and you can, your personal demons are there. 'Cause I mean, you look at Hank Jr. I mean, look how many times he did about half a show or less, and then just couldn't go further. But he was so drunk or messed up, he's done.
Yeah, George Jones did it too.
George Jones was no show. He didn't even show up.
Yeah.
So I mean, they got your demons, and you're going to pay for it, because it almost ruined George Jones, and Hank Jr. It did hurt him a lot, except for the fact that a lot of his fans think that's cool, that he's so messed up he can't do the show. But that's crazy to take people's money like that and then not give them their show because of something. I don't say it's trivial, but come on, be a professional, get through the show, and then you can go get your counseling, your chamomile tea, and hug a teddy bear, whatever you got to do to untrigger.
Yeah.
I just don't have a lot of sympathy for some of that. Now, if he had some kind, I don't know what, I'll have to eat these words if I find out he had PTSD because one concert they were bouncing a ball around and it exploded and he got shrapnel or something. I mean, if I find out there was,
if that had happened, I think we would have heard about that.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying.
On the news,
I feel bad minimalizing his pain.
Yeah.
But come on, you get paid to do a show. Do the show.
Exactly. I mean, that was wild. We could not believe it happened.
I can't believe it either.
We're all we had our vendor booth. We're in the vendor booth, and we're all looking at each other and like, did he just walk off the stage? We were like, what just happened?
Did he? I figured, he must have to poop. He must had a gut pain or something.
We thought maybe he had gotten sick or something because it was hot. I don't mean a little warm. I mean, it was 100 or more degrees that day.
That may have been, he may have been so miserable he'd use that as an excuse.
It could have been. And we just thought he got sick and that he was going to be okay and come back out. And, we waited a little bit, and then they came out on stage and said no. And then they came on air and told why later on. And we were like, you've got to be kidding me.
That's weird. I've never heard that story. I didn't know that happened.
It was wild. All right, it is 8:30. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I promise we'll talk about Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, yeah, Chuck E. Cheese. I didn't know they were still in business.
Yeah, something's always happening at Chuck E. Cheese. So y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clanton Tractor Studios. We'll be right back. I'll spit it out in a minute.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984.
We are back. The time is 8:33. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clanton Tractor Studios. Bill, I just love you. Just say anything.
Poor Teresa, she got up during the break to use the restroom, and when she left, we were talking about Chuck E. Cheese, and we came back, we were talking about something else that
was not even remotely related.
But somehow we got there during the break. Yeah. Anyway, so Chuck E. Cheese is still in business.
Yeah, believe it or not, they are.
Is there any in Birmingham still? There used to be one in Vestavia.
Yeah, I think there's two. There's one on 280, I think. It's still in it. There was one in Vestavia. I think it's still there. I'm not sure. But, Chuck E. Cheese, a lot goes on at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, they do. For some reason, it's a catalyst for craziness.
It is. I mean, if you've got some crazy in you, Chuck E. Cheese is the place to go, apparently.
Well, I know some people that, like, when they returned, like, for their 40th birthday or 50th birthday, 50 years old, they wanted to have their adult birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would love to do that, but, your adult party also coincides with a bunch of
little
short
kids.
people that come in there who are running around creating pandemonium and havoc, because here's what happens. Parents come to Chuck E. Cheese and let the kids go.
Right.
And they're over there sitting in their corner.
Because can't you drink beer at Chuck E. Cheese?
You can get draft beer and pizza, and they're partaking in it.
So they're over there getting loosened up while the kids are just going crazy.
And yes, and the kids, like I took Auburn one time. She wanted to go, and it was a birthday situation, and we're just, we're having a good time. And we're, of course, now she was playing, the stuff she wanted to play. And I was like, let me get her a bunch of tickets. I'll play some skee ball. I'm pretty decent at that.
Yeah.
Well, this little turkey kept getting in my skee ball thing, taking my balls and just chunking them. And I said, no, don't do that, and I was like, no. And he kept, taking the ball and moving and stuff like that. I said, no, don't do that. And so I finally just picked him up. He got on the machine, and I finally just picked him up and moved him. Well, the mama didn't like me doing that. And I said, well, maybe you need to control your child.
Yeah. Did a fight ensue?
Well, some words were said. And that was kind of the end of it. But, I mean, it was just like, and everywhere you looked, you were tripping over a kid. You couldn't walk without tripping over kids. And It was just absolute
Mayhem.
It was mayhem, absolutely.
Morning mayhem.
And here's the thing: Auburn wanted to go, couldn't wait to see Chuck E. Cheese, and then cried when Chuck E. Cheese came out and tried to hug her. She wasn't having no part of it.
I think if Chuck E.
She was
Cheese
like,
came out,
"No."
isn't that the place that has the animatronic band?
Yeah.
The rats.
Yeah. I don't know what
The
they are,
singing
but
rats.
they're half of them
And
work.
they're frightening. Yeah.
Yeah, half of 'em work.
They move like this. And they don't work very well.
They don't.
It was whoever started Chuck E. Cheese found a deal.
Yes, they
on their
did.
animatronics.
Well, at this Chuck E. Cheese in Toledo, Ohio, a fight broke out at a 5-year-old's birthday party that left her uncle in a coma.
In a coma?
Yes. The fight was between two gentlemen, Derek Jones and Keyshawn Fell. It started in the bathroom, spilled over into the play area that was packed full of kids, and he ended up suffering a broken eye socket and other injuries. And the mama said it was her baby's birthday. She was throwing this for her, and now her baby is traumatized.
Wow. Started
were
in the bathroom.
Yes, and they were all, even the workers, it shows a video where everybody's trying to get all the kids over against the wall and keep them
Safe,
out of
yeah.
harm's way. But he ended up collapsing during the fight, and they had to take him to the hospital room. Now, the guy that hit him and did all that, was arrested for assault. He was arrested for disorderly conduct from his hospital bed.
The guy that got hit?
Yes, and now he's in a coma, so it's wild.
What did he do in the hospital bed? Disorderly conduct.
Well, disorderly conduct. They arrested him and charged him while he was
from the Chuck E. Cheese, but he was in the
because they hauled him off in the
coma.
ambulance.
Wow. Chuck E. Cheese. I don't remember. Is their pizza any good?
It is actually very good.
Yeah, I think I remembered it being pretty good.
We would get the pizza and the salad, and we may have partaked in adult beverages sometimes because when you're there, you just about
Well,
need
I'd
it.
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be my medication.
If you're gonna
put up with that.
exactly, you got to be medicated for that.
Heavily medicated. I might go medicated.
Yeah.
Chuck E. I'm going to have to look it up and see if I'd like to go to a Chuck E. Cheese just to. I haven't been in one in 30 years.
Yeah, I think there's two still here. We're gonna check it out. Chuck E. Cheese restaurant chain Montgomery and Birmingham, Vestavia Hills. Birmingham is the one on 280, I think.
Oh, okay, and there's still the one in Vestavia. Mm-hmm. That's the one I went in.
I think I won in Mobile, Huntsville, Tuscaloosa, Tallahassee, Knoxville.
Wow.
Around these parts, anyway.
All right, Vestavia.
But I haven't been in a long time to a Chuck E. Cheese. But their pizza is very good, I will say. Or it used to be. Nah, if they make it the same way, then yes, it actually is very good.
I may have to get some friends together, and we may have to make a rendezvous at Chuck E. Cheese.
Steve said Auburn didn't want nothing to do with no rat. No, she did not.
They have
she
one
put
that
her
comes
arms out. She was like, no.
They have a Chuck E. Cheese come out to.
Oh yeah,
and
do the birthday. He's dancing around, and she's like, Chucky, and he comes over there to her, and she's like, she puts her hands out. She's not.
I wonder what that pays.
Oh, not much.
Oh,
it's just a team member that's wiping up the tables when all the little runts leave.
And has to go put the Chuck E. Cheese. I bet the thing stinks. That costume.
Oh, I'm sure. They have to sanitize it, but I'm sure they probably don't do what they're supposed to. Because let me tell you, I worked at Chick-fil-A, and I was a marketing director, and I had to get people to wear the costume regularly.
What costume for Chick-fil-A?
The cow.
Oh, yes.
But we had the cooling gear, but the fan, the fan was up in the head of the cow, but when it was July in Alabama.
Yeah,
no, it stunk. We had to have it professionally cleaned, but every time somebody took the head part off, I had to go in there with the wipes and clean it out and do all that stuff because it still smelled like a locker room.
Yeah, I did when I worked for Kicks 106 and back in the 70s and 80s, they decided to have a costumed character, and it was a donkey, and they called
donkey.
Yes, because they called it the Kicks Ass. See, it was the Kicks donkey, but it was the Kicks Ass.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, but here's the deal: I was the first guy to wear the Kicks Ass. So I got to put a brand new costume on, and it was clean. It smelled good, but they'd send me out to the Stallions games, and also they'd send me to. They sent me. It ended up with a nickname that they ended up embroidering on it, and it stuck for years. And it was the nickname for the Kicks Ass was Cheeseburger. And the reason that came about is they decided in their infinite wisdom, they would send me, the Kicks Ass, to this boys' prison, or not boys, girl, juvenile prison, juvie.
Oh, Lord.
So I went out to West End where they had all the juvies, and I was just supposed to go around I think I was handing out stickers or something. Well, I walked in, and these kids, they're anywhere from, I guess 13 to 18 or whatever. Mm-hmm. I went in one group of boys, and of course they're segregated. I went in this one group of boys, and when I walked in, they all said, "Cheeseburger, cheeseburger," and I went, "What?" And then I went to another section. Now these people didn't talk to them or see them. I walk into a whole nother section, cheeseburger, cheeseburger. And I did it, and then the girls were scarier than the guys. And this one girl came up to me, and I'm in this goofy, tall costume, looks like a donkey, goofy. And she walked right up to me, and I can see her through the eyes.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of a thing.
But they look like eyeballs from the front, but you can see through them from the back, but you can't see in. So she came up, looked right in my eyes and said, "What are you in there? Are you a boy or a girl?" And I wasn't supposed to talk. It was supposed to be an animated character.
Did you tell her?
I just went, did goofy stuff. She grabbed me to confirm whether I was. The guy that was my handler said he saw her grab me. He said, both my feet came up off the ground. He said, why they came up and I didn't fall. And I just came down like a cartoon character running and went by him going outdoors. And he said he heard in the muffled in my head, "We're out of here." And anyway, it turns out the donkey, I thought I might have a picture, but I don't. The donkey had a vest that said Kicks 106 on it. But it was a yellow vest, and it looked like a Burger King or a McDonald's vest.
Oh,
and that's why they started calling me Cheeseburger.
That's hilarious.
And it stuck, so they actually put Kicks 106 Cheeseburger.
That is so neat.
They called it Cheeseburger for years. Boy, I was going to say, I only wore it for about the first 8 months, and I just got They'd pay you a little extra, but I wasn't worth it.
It wasn't worth all that nonsense. I get it.
I remember they used that thing for another couple of years, and I went and saw it in the storage room, and you could smell it from across the room.
Yes,
they never took it and had it cleaned. I don't think they ever did it, and they finally got this. Well, one guy wore it, who did our traffic. He was like 6'3", and the costume only went to his calves. You saw regular legs into the furry feet, It looked stupid. And then they got this heavy set, and I do mean heavy set, young lady who was very unusual. I forgot her name now, but she was a piece of work. But she also she was a clown, and they put it on her, which was crazy because the costume, you were supposed to be 5'8" to 6'1", and it would fit pretty much. And of course, the guy that wore it was like 6'5".
Oh yeah.
And she was like 4'11". I mean, she was like a little thing.
The feet puddling around her ankles.
It was, but she did a good job with it because she had been a clown and she could do
all the stuff. Yeah.
It looked ridiculous on her. So
that's hilarious.
Cheeseburger kicks ass.
Shannon said the last time she went to a Chuck E. Cheese, a mom was sending her kid around to steal coins out of other people's bucket.
Good moms. Good mom.
Oh my gosh.
Training them
It's
kids.
like, what is happening to our society?
Well, I think,
Oh, my
like you said, I
goodness.
think Chuck E. Cheese is a catalyst for craziness because I think you're right. It's a good. They consider Chuck E. Cheese to be the babysitter, and they can sit over in a back room or corner of the room and just drink beer and talk, the adults, and let the kids just have at it. It's like an amusement park for them, and they don't do any. A lot of parents don't do any visualization, or what do you call it? Supervision.
Right.
They just let them go, and some kids are not well mannered.
No, they're not. They're
No.
less than well mannered. Are you
Right.
kidding?
I'm trying to be nice.
Did you see the story? I don't know where it was, but there was a mom and a little girl walking out of a store. It has the automatic doors.
Oh,
that
and that guy
open.
grabbed her?
That guy reaches
Oh, my
down and
God.
scoops
He's
up that
coming
little
in the
girl.
door, and he just reaches down, grabs the little girl like she was a sack of potatoes, and hauls butt, runs
and
into the
mom,
store.
Well, mom reaches up and is able to grab her leg.
Right.
And he's pulling, trying to
Right.
get. Well, then the patrons in the store
Thank
come.
God they come jump on him.
He gets arrested. The little girl suffered a broken femur, though.
No, I didn't know
Yes.
the little girl was hurt that
Yeah,
bad.
she was hurt. She got a broken femur, but it was that or get kidnapped
yeah,
at that
oh, yeah.
point. Because where
It
was
was
that?
spooky.
I almost want to say it was in Italy or something. I don't even know if it was in this country, but
They
I was
got
like,
good video of it.
it
though.
was great video. I mean, it was like, oh my gosh.
know.
No. He just was walking in and it was like immediately just
Scooped her up and ran.
But luckily that mom was like, oh no, you don't. And when he
Well,
picked
and
her
I
up,
love-
she grabbed the leg and then they got in a tug of war and then other people came. But at that one point, you almost see the little girl doing almost like a floppy
Yeah.
cartwheel type thing.
Which tells you if that guy was willing to do that, it's a good thing he didn't get away with her because he was probably, there's no telling what he'd done that poor child, grabbing it like that
God,
and then fighting for it.
I watched it and it gave me anxiety watching that. I was like, oh my God, I'm so
it's
glad
horrible, yeah.
that they were able to capture him
I love
and that she
seeing
was
the guys,
okay.
the other people in the store.
Oh, yeah,
jumping on it. You're going
was like
after him too. 'Cause
women and
he
men
got
were
away
going
from the
after him.
mother and started running off, and they had to get him.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I mean, you're like, oh my gosh. And then I saw another video yesterday where a mom has gone to pick up her kids at a preschool and a drunk driver runs into them.
Oh.
And now, luckily, none of the three were hurt really bad. Now, they got hurt. But she basically, when she saw that car coming, she tried to shield her kids from it and was taking the brunt of the hit. And I tell you what, that's two cases of seeing
Mamas really stand up for their
jumping. Oh,
children.
yeah. They're like, no. This is not happening.
I'm a easygoing person, and I believe in being kind and forgiving and nice and all that. But if you hurt a child, I think you not only should you spend the rest of your life in prison, I think you should be tortured a little bit first, and then put in prison, then tortured a little more.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're willing to assault or hurt or kidnap a child, and now there are situations where a parent might try to steal their child because they didn't get it in custody.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good at all either. But I kind of understand that. But these predators and these pedophiles, I have no tolerance for that whatsoever.
Right.
And I'm sorry if you've got something wrong in your brain, and I'm sorry you're mentally ill or whatever that is, but I don't care.
Yeah.
You're done. You try to hurt a child or sexually abuse a child, you're done with me. You're done. You're not even. Can't find any forgiveness for that.
Well, Kay Ivey signed that bill where certain sentences carry you can do the death penalty on sexually assaulting kids.
The sad thing is in our society, there have been a lot of people, I do believe there's been a lot of people who have been sentenced to death that were innocent. or not where they should have been killed. The problem is you want that situation to go on and on where they can appeal so you can make sure they actually are guilty if you believe in capital punishment. Right. You never want to kill somebody. A lot of people don't believe you should kill anybody anyway, but if you are going to do capital punishment and have the death penalty, then you expect it never to happen to an innocent. Mm-hmm. So I do understand the protections of allowing them to appeal and all that just to make sure. And even then, we've executed apparently innocent people. But you give somebody the death penalty, they suddenly, they're going to get all kinds of, that ensures almost that they're not going to be executed in most cases because they can appeal and it can go forever. And it's a crazy process. There's no right or wrong to it.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like you said, with pedophiles and predators and that sort of stuff, that's horrible.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe what I was watching.
I know. That was something else.
That was. She was not.
Matter of fact,
like,
I wasn't really
baby.
paying attention to the news when it happened. It happened like last week or a couple of days ago, and I just saw that video and I went, "What happened there?"
Yeah.
And I had to wait. I don't have that thing where you can go back and watch it again.
Yeah.
So I had to wait for the next. I went to another channel, I think, and saw it.
It's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it a couple of times. And it's terrifying.
Yep. Look, even as an adult, I will protect my child.
Oh yeah.
Aubrey and I were somewhere with some friends one time, and there were some young people acting stupid, and I made a comment, and I said, you can't go anywhere anymore without somebody acting up and messing it up for everybody. And I say unfortunately, but I said it loud enough where
they could hear it.
The whole table heard it.
Yeah.
And the girl got on the table and said, "Why don't you come over there and say that to my face?"
Really?
And I said,
got on the table?
Got on the table, stood on the table and said that.
Was this a teenager?
No, this was just a young adult.
Really?
And I walked over there and I don't know, I didn't hear, I think she called me a name or something. And Auburn said, "Don't call my mama that." And the girl said, "I'll whip your two," or something like that. And he started to get down from the table. And I ran over there and I pushed Auburn out of the way. And I was about to snatch that girl up. And next thing I know, I'm being pulled up by my belt loop. One of our friends saw the whole thing and was like, "Oh, no, we're not going to
let's de-escalate this quickly.
De-escalate. So they, took me, into another part of where we were. And I was like, this is crazy. They were out there and they were out there being rude and.
Well, the fact that she got up on the table, stood on the table in a restaurant or bar, is that what it was?
You might want to calm her down a little bit before she.
They
ended up making them leave.
That just proves that your statement was correct.
Yes, it was. Well, they ended up making them leave, and but it was funny because I went to watch. Literally, the girl picked me up because I didn't see her. She was behind me. She picked me up by my belt loop. She goes, "No, Mama T, we're going to go over here. We're not going to do that." And I was like, I'm scrambling around doing like this. I was like, wow. What just happened? Where'd my feet go?
I'm suddenly flying.
I'm flying. She's like, No.
That's amazing.
It was funny. But I'm like that too. Even my kids are adults. If they're threatened in any way, that was just that. Could you imagine if somebody tried to really physically hurt them, harm them? I would have gone into lethal mode.
Well, especially if they're little.
Little like that, yes.
Yeah, you're going to, a baby
trust me.
And this baby was a toddler, it looked like.
Oh, yeah. if she was 3,
that'd be it.
I feel like she was more like
2
and a half.
She was walking, but she was tiny.
Little bitty. Bitty. Well, I'm glad they caught the guy.
Yeah, me too. I hope they whooped him
quick action, avoided a
disaster.
very different outcome,
a
for sure. Did you see yesterday, we lost an actor. Did you see Eric Dane passed away? He played on Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. I didn't watch Grey's Anatomy. So I
Yeah,
didn't.
he had McDreamy and McSteamy, and I think they called him McSteamy because he
Yeah.
had the physique and
Yeah.
was very nice looking.
Why did he die so young?
Well, he announced last year that he had ALS. But
ALS.
typically, after an ALS diagnosis, you don't go that fast.
So,
I feel like something
there's some aggressive.
aggressive
There are
kinds
some
of it.
aggressive ones. Yeah, you look at that's amyotrophic lateral sclerosis (ALS), and
That affects men. I don't think I've ever heard of a woman having
it's
it.
called Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yeah.
because Lou Gehrig was the famous baseball star that died of it, and it is mostly men. I don't know if it hits. I don't know. I've looked that up, but I know it's mostly men. And Stephen Hawking's the genius. That
Yes.
Everybody knows Stephen Hawking.
Yes.
He lived for 50 years with ALS.
Yeah.
Of course, he had incredible technological and medical coverage, but some ALS, like Lou Gehrig, who was a famous, one of the most famous. He was like the Babe Ruth of his day. He didn't live but about, I think it was 3 months after his diagnosis or something.
This says here that it's a disease that attacks the motor neurons in the brain and spinal cord, causing muscle weakness, paralysis, and respiratory failure. So that's
Right.
probably what got him. It says typically affects adults ages 40 to 60 with a 2 to 4 year life expectancy after diagnosis. While
That's not
90%
long.
of cases are sporadic, 10% are genetic. But it does not say. Men are slightly more likely to develop it than women, typically between 40 and 60 years old.
Yeah, it doesn't come
There's
on to a
no
lot
cure.
of people.
There's absolutely no cure.
No cure, and it comes on late in life. You in your 40s or upper or older. That's a terrible disease.
Yeah.
Amyotrophic
It looks like
lateral
it's-
sclerosis.
It's one of those diseases that it literally traps you inside your own body in a way. Because you're probably
it doesn't affect your mind at all.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean, your
just-
mind is fine. It's typically motor. It's all motor. It's horrible.
That's very sad. I hated to see that because, he literally just announced it not even a year ago that he had it. And he's done several interviews and he was still walking
Yeah.
in some of these. So he must have had a really, really fast
Aggressive.
decline. Like the video I saw was probably maybe not long after he announced it that he had
yeah.
it.
And he may have had the diagnosis for a while and just kept it secret from the world
Mm-hmm.
till it got where he couldn't keep it a secret.
We watched a little biography thing of Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, he's got multiple
He's
sclerosis?
got Parkinson's.
Parkinson's, like my dad had.
And he's got it. He was diagnosed. He found out when he was really young
like
that he had it. He was in
20-something.
his 20s when he found out. He's been living with it all this time, but it was showing kind of a little bit of his day-to-day life. He has to have therapy almost every single day.
Oh, yeah.
Teaching him how to, because he tends to want to walk fast, and that he kind of, when he does that, because he's like got ADHD. He's like bzz, 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 all over the place, and but he's a funny guy.
He is. He's got a great sense of humor.
Even about his disease, he has a great sense of humor. But I think that's on Netflix. If y'all want to check into that, it's really good autobiography. I enjoyed it a lot. Takes him through his whole acting career, even when he was young, and how he told his dad what he wanted to do, and his dad said, well, if that's what you want to do, we'll do it, and they moved and let him explore his career. And, he ended up getting...
He's from Canada originally, right?
Yep. And he ended up getting the callback for the Family Ties because he did his, his stage debut on it, like to get the part, and they loved him.
Oh, his
They laughed
audition.
at his audition. Thank you. They laughed at him, and they showed his audition, and they were like, "He is perfect for Alex P. Keaton. We got to have him." And they had originally made that show to be about Meredith Baxter Burney and who was the guy that played her husband? I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be more about them. He ended up being the star.
Right.
And he's the one that won the the awards for the show and stuff like that. And
then he was in Back to the Future. And
oh yeah,
all these great movies, and then it hit him. And the thing is, he's been very brave about it because he's been open about it. He lets people see him when he's not in very good control and can't.
Well, that showed a lot of it, where he falls a lot. He falls. He's had concussions, broken bones, and everything because he falls. And he's determined to do things himself and not be trapped in a wheelchair. Right. And in that, trying to do that, he ends up hurting himself sometimes.
He's very admirable. He's like you said, he's a funny guy, and he makes fun of his own, disabilities.
Yeah, he does. He makes fun of it. Steve said Trace losing her cool, never. Yeah. I mean, it takes a lot, but
Well, when you're talking about your kids.
Oh, yeah, heck yeah. Absolutely. All right, it is 9:02. That's going to do it for us on this Friday.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody who was watching and listening on YouTube as well. We appreciate it so much.
You.
Happy birthday again to my hunky hubby.
That's
turning
right,
55
Jeff.
Today. Woohoo.
55.
I may even buy him a Diet Coke tonight at trivia.
There you go. Go all out.
Oh, by the way, do I look any skinnier than I did on Monday?
Yeah.
Good, because I actually worked out for 12 minutes on the elliptical last night. So
12 minutes. You burned it off.
Hoping you can see a difference.
You look great.
All right. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Thanks for watching and listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio.
Here we go.
Let Bill take you out with the...